Kalen, this season was such a success. One of my favorite moments in Gamecock sports of this past year was you guys winning the SEC championship. It was such a cool moment, and that's when the team aspect is so cool because everyone running onto the green, celebrating, screaming, cheering was such a moment. What made this year's team so special, and what was that moment like for you?
Well, I mean, that was the SEC championship has, I hate to say, has eluded me a bit. I think we finished second maybe 4 or 5 times. So that
brutal.
That was one that meant a lot, but especially for our seniors. I mean, Hannah and Louise, so important, and Sophia, what a great addition as a transfer these last couple of years. But that was a really big recruiting class. What a special group of seniors for us. But they've really bought into our program and been such exceptional additions and given so much to our program. So for them to get that final championship and for them was really special. But anytime you win an SEC championship, especially in this league, is it's so difficult. It's I don't even know how many teams. I wish I had the stat, but how many teams we had in the SEC that are top 10, top 20. It's insane. So to be able to do that was so special, and we did have a very special team. Being I think we won and they're ranked 4th in the country, and I think Arkansas was ranked 2nd, but so many top 10 teams. So to be able to walk away with that and win the stroke play and the match play was just icing on the cake.
And because it's such an individual sport, but there's that team atmosphere, how do you, in that winning moment, how do you keep everybody calm? How do you keep everybody focused when there are so many things at play?
Well, I mean, yeah, there's so many factors, and we talked about it all week that this was our destiny and that we just needed to go in there believing in ourselves and stay calm and stay in the moment, and they just did a phenomenal job. I mean, we kind of had our plan with my assistant Yosh and I, staying with a couple of the players in match play, and we kind of let our seniors go, and our freshman Ella Galitsky did her job, which is pretty amazing that we just kind of let her on her own, and she sealed the deal as a young player in all her matches. But we had a very experienced team, which was very special for a couple of young ones that we had in there. But we had a lot of experience that really shined through, and it's just really fun to do it with that group. It was a really great group on and off the golf course.
It was such a cool moment. I mean, the joy and the excitement and just that. I don't know. They work so hard. I mean, your players have been playing their whole lives, and for it to culminate in an SEC championship it's so cool to watch.
And like I said, golf's a funny game. I mean, you can have the best team, and things don't. It's kind of like baseball. I mean, baseball is kind of a similar game. Funny things can happen, and certain luck can not go your way, or it can go your way. And I'm glad it fruition, took it to our side. But Louise just made that special putt on the 17th hole, and things fell our way, and Florida was a great young team that gave us a great tough match, and it was just it couldn't have been better.
Yeah, anything can go your way and anything can go wrong on a golf course.
Game. I would say it's a bittersweet game. It can be heartbreaking, and it can be so rewarding, but it's the way the game is.
So you guys go from the SEC championship and then you go to the NCAA tournament. I know it didn't go the way you guys wanted to, but still. You still made it far. You still did really well. What's the big takeaway from that?
Yeah, we then went to the NCAA regional, which everything gets wiped clean. You got to go. We won the regional championship, played great there, and then went to NCAA's. Again, very big top seed in there. We played well. I think. I got a really nice text from somebody. Actually, it was one of our former men's assistants who said, "Hey, anytime I'm giving you condolences for finishing 10th at nationals, I think you've done a great job with the program," which is very true in hindsight when you put it in that perspective. He makes a really great point. But obviously, we did not accomplish what we wanted to. Certainly disappointment not to get in the match play portion, top 8, and be able to contend for that championship. We certainly had a wonderful year. Things did not go our way. Just like I said, this game it's a high and a low, and certainly things down the stretch. Everybody said, was it nerves? No, it was not. Things just did not fall our way. A lot of things just luck. mishaps, things that happen. Things just weren't in the cards for us as things happen. But still a lot to hang our hat on. Our heads are high. What a season we had, and these things happen. It's the game.
Yeah.
Like I told our players, we've got 3 seniors that are going to turn professional that have an excellent and exciting career ahead of them, and golf's gonna be full of ups and downs, but this doesn't define them. And we have a great season. We had a great season and a lot to be proud of. And we've got 3 returning from the same team, and several that weren't in our lineup that we have a chip on our shoulder, and we got a lot to come back about. And we've got a great returning class, and excited about the following season. So we're still hungry. So and I am too, and we've got a lot left to prove.